Hello everyone, today's video content is analysis of the real questions of the 030, 100 exam and explanation of relevant knowledge points. The following test questions are all from our question bank and they were updated on September 18th, 2024. Exam information. Question 1. What is the primary distinction between static and dynamic web content? The knowledge points of this question are: difference between static and dynamic web content. Static content is fixed, it shows the same thing to everyone like a flyer. Dynamic content changes based on user actions like a personalized dashboard. It's more interactive and responsive to user input. So, the correct answer is static content is like a printed brochure, it looks the same to everyone. Dynamic content is more like a conversation, it changes based on what the user does, like filling out a form or clicking buttons. Question 2. Which CSS property is used to control the layering of elements on a web page? The knowledge points of this question are: CSS properties and their functions. Z-index controls which elements sit on top of others on a page. Think of it like stacking sheets of paper. The higher the Z-index, the more on top an element is. So, the correct answer is Z-index decides which element appears on top when they overlap, kind of like stacking cards, higher numbers come to the front. Question 3. Which statements accurately describe the differences between compilers and interpreters? The knowledge points of this question are: differences between compilers and interpreters in programming. A compiler translates all your code into a machine-readable format before it runs, making it faster. An interpreter reads and runs your code line by line, making it slower but easier to test and debug. So, the correct answer is a compiler converts the whole code into machine language in one go, so it runs faster. An interpreter reads and runs the code line by line, making it more flexible but slower. Question 4. How do you link an external CSS file to an HTML document? The knowledge points of this question are: HTML syntax for including external resources. You link a CSS file using the link tag in the HTML's head. It keeps your styles separate from your content, making it easier to manage and update the look of your site. So, the correct answer is you use the ref attribute in the link tag to attach a CSS file, like telling the browser, here's the style sheet to make things look nice. Question 5. Which HTTP status codes indicate a successful request and a client error, respectively? The knowledge points of this question are: understanding of HTTP status codes. HTTP status codes tell you what happened with your web request. 2.0.0 means everything's fine. 4.0.4 means the page isn't found, and 4.0.3 means you're not allowed to access it. So, the correct answer is 2.0.1 means a new resource was successfully created. 4.0.4 means the server couldn't find what you were looking for, like a dead-end street. Question 6. Which of the following actions can be performed by a web browser? The knowledge points of this question are: capabilities of web browsers. Browsers show you web pages and run client-side JavaScript for interactivity. They also handle cookies to remember things like your login status, but don't run server-side scripts. That's the server's job. So, the correct answer is browsers can run JavaScript right on your computer for interactive pages and store cookies to remember things like login sessions. Question 7. Which image file types are capable of supporting transparent backgrounds? The knowledge points of this question are: image file types and their features. PNG and GIF images support transparency, so you can layer them over different backgrounds without a boxy edge. PNGs are great for high-quality images, while GIFs are good for simple animations. So, the correct answer is both GIF and PNG support transparency, which means they can blend into any background without looking like a square box. Question 8. What is the main purpose of an API in the context of web development? The knowledge points of this question are: role of APIs in web development. APIs are like messengers that let different software systems talk to each other. In web development, they help the front end interact with the back end. So, the correct answer is: an API is like a bridge that lets different software talk to each other, making things like fetching data from a server possible. Question 9. Why are HTTPS and TLS critical in web-based communications? The knowledge points of this question are: importance of HTTPS and TLS. HTTPS and TLS encrypt data between your browser and the server, keeping things like passwords safe. They also make sure you're actually talking to the right server, preventing security breaches. So, the correct answer is HTTPS and TLS encrypt data, which means they keep your information, like passwords, secure while it's being sent over the internet. Question 10. In a typical web application architecture, what key function does a web server perform? The knowledge points of this question are: web server role in a web application architecture. A web server handles requests from browsers, serving up web pages and running server-side scripts. It's the middleman that delivers the content and keeps things running smoothly. So, the correct answer is: a web server's main job is to handle requests from browsers and serve up the content, like a waiter delivering food to your table. If you have any questions about the 030-100 exam, please leave a message in the comment area or contact us directly. Thank you everyone for watching. See you next time.